Ciao a tutti, Marcello, welcome to a new video. Today we take a look at all the February releases. There's so much of them, so there's no time to waste. Let's go! I'm aware that there are a lot of deck building games out there, enough so that there isn't really any place left for enthusiasm in the genre. Grid Slayer, however, does look quite interesting and original, at least from the visual standpoint. At its core, it can be defined as a tactical grid-based deck builder with a deep strategic flavor. Each encounter is decided by many factors like the elemental effects, the unit's positions and the card combinations. If you want to become a genius, it's worth a look on Steam. Follow our hero on his treacherous adventure, tackling on a multitude of obstacles and battling strange and scary monsters, a new interactive strategy game in the making built just for you and your friends. Using an innovative 4-slot system, plan your moves ahead of time. All moves resolve at the same time and chaos ensues. Each unit has their own special skills. Will you play as the tough and hardy warrior hero or the magical wizard area? Discover the secret behind the King of Heroes on Steam. Gods of Sand is a gladiator manager with team-based combat heavily inspired by the Swords and Sandals series, but in a darker and unforgiving setting. Besides fighting in multiple arenas, micromanaging your leaders and gladiators is an important part of the game. Featured inside one of the first Keep an Eye on It that you will find up on the right, Gods of Sand is now available on Steam in early access. Rise of a Third Power looks exactly like a heartfelt tribute to the console classics of the 90s. Even if the developer promises a good combination of the best elements of Japanese and Western style gameplay and writing, the story takes place in the land of Rin at the height of the Age of Sail, following the events that would lead to the greatest war in the human history. You command a party of 8 heroes, each with their own personality, as they embark upon a suicide mission to topple the evil Arcadian Emperor. Be sure to check out our review on turnbasedlovers.com. The game is on Steam and GOG. After a hero called Hero, here we have a guy embarking on a mythic quest. Go and get sugar for his family because it's just run out. I mean, what do they smoke while developing? Obviously I'm just joking, I always appreciate original and crazy ideas. After all, as someone said, originality is the best form of rebellion. That being said, as you may have guessed, Sugar's story tells the adventure of a boy on his first very important mission, save the sugar and the world itself along the way. A time progress battle system, puzzles to solve, a fantastic soundtrack, the possibility of finding secrets, lots of interesting quests, experience and new skills to learn. On Steam. Have you ever wanted to fight someone by playing a banjo or reading a book? No? Me neither, but ink and paper look crazy enough to give you such opportunities. We don't know much about the game, but one thing is quite clear, this ain't your average turn-based RPG, and that's good news for everyone. At the time I'm writing, the project still looks like it's a very early stage, but it seems foolish enough to be fun. On Steam. This game covers the Veteran fight in the British colony of Hong Kong at the start of the Pacific War during World War II, between the British and Commonwealth forces and their Japanese opponents. The outnumbered defenders managed to resist for 3 weeks, abandoned by all. They did it for the glory, and this fight is worth being recalled. As a part of the SGS family, the gameplay is very similar to that of the other games, where you move air and land units, play cards to sustain your actions, and interact with the other player or the AI in a turn-based game mode on Steam. Another mysterious solo dev project. I don't know much about it, but watching some trailers I think I get the idea. Roma Invicta is a sort of an indie version of Total War with nice pixel art. The game follows the campaigns of conquest of the Roman army and is composed of a strategic section, where you can plan your next move in a turn-based mode, and a battle section with action-packed real-time fights. On Steam. Part collectible card game and part turn-based strategy, Sephirot Shards tried to say something new in a rather overcrowded genre. In a world fragmented into many leviating shards, each one with its unique characteristics, you and your squad must explore the land and face a dreadful invasion of undead. Fight, complete quests, solve riddles, conduct investigations, and unveil all the secrets Sephirot has in store for you. And would you like to know what is the best news? Sephirot Shards is totally free, so what are you waiting for? I think the idea behind Riflestorm is to offer the players a turn-based strategy game quite easy to pick up and play, especially in short sessions. The art style brings to memory the good old games of the 90s, and at its core it can be considered a tactical turn-based game with roguelike elements. Your goal is to lead a mercenary squad in a series of stages, trying to survive while facing a series of random events. On Steam.
The tales of the old times speak of an unchanging world.
Let's get back to something more conventional. We all know that deck building games are very popular right now, but precisely for this reason it isn't always easy to stand out from the crowd. Spelldrifter tries to combine the classic deck building gameplay with a more strategic and tactical approach to battles. Imagine it like an hybrid, where the positional tactics of a turn-based RPG meet the customizability and replayability of a collectible card game. Already published on Epic Games Stores and iOS, now Spelldrifter is ready to land on Steam. Inspired by classics like Final Fantasy Tactics or Tactics Core, Cascade Tactics is a solo dev project that can be considered somewhat of a mercenary simulator. You start as a novice mercenary and your goal is to hire other party members, each one with his own characteristics and abilities, and complete quests for money. On Steam.
The journey of a maiden who feared herself worthless. Across the seas.
The second game in the unique Voice of Cards series, where all elements are presented entirely through the medium of cards, in a tradition of tabletop RPGs and game books. We rated the first episode with a 9, you can read our review on turnbasedlovers.com. The second installment, however, is a standalone story. The game is ready to hit Steam and consoles on the 17th of February.
Certain we'll meet again in the world of Voice of Cards someday.
Corruption. Known and feared across the mortal realms, bringer of attrition, silent killer of...
Well, for many of you, this will be the main release of the month, that's for sure. The perfect combination of turn-based dynamics, deeply strategic choices and real-time battles on vast and beautifully designed battlefields. If you ever played any of the previous chapter, I think you feel at home. So don't expect a revolution of the well-tested formula, but rather a refined version of the previous games with a truckload of new content. And don't forget that if you have a Game Pass, you will be able to play it for free on Steam and Epic Store.
Make the Chaos Gods proud.
Are you awake? Then show me. Show me your ego.
Previously released on PS5, Monark is a rather original JRPG with a very interesting story to tell. A strange mist is inducing madness in people all around you. To save your friends, you'll have to explode the mist, but also jump into the other world and fight demons with your ego.
Senseless prattle. Amuse me with your bloodlust and battle. Let's go, Nozomi.
I'll be your strength.
Monark is ready to hit Steam on the 22nd of February 2022. The game tells the story of one of the adventures Sophie the Alchemist had after she left her hometown of Kigenbell. It is centered around Sophie's quest to find Plakta after they are separated in a dream world of Erdweege and the new friends they meet there. Whatever this means, Atelier Sophie 2 is quite a classical and for some an interesting JRPG with a lot of fan service and beautiful guilds. Who knows, maybe this time it could even be a good game? On Steam.
Sophie no Atelier 2.
Square Enix has been releasing their early games as the more refined versions for quite some time now, and finally Final Fantasy VI in this pixel remaster variant is the latest installment. So expect some great improvements with the charm of the glorious original version. Graphics have been painstakingly recreated by veteran cardist designer Kazuga Shibuya, bringing the world of Final Fantasy VI to PC for the very first time. And that's not all. New music and sound, updated controls and active time battle system are optimized for a more fluid combat system. Obviously, the special version includes Steam achievements and trading cards. On Steam. This video ends here. Let me know what you think about these games in the comments below. Remember to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and also consider supporting us through our member program, the Patreon page, the Buy Me a Coffee page. Oh, and don't forget to check out turnbasedlovers.com. Wish you the best. Ciao!